Welcome, Math 1200 folks, the people. Hope you're well. We're on homework 7 today. I hope that your studies are going swimmingly and that this helps you to accelerate the swimming process. We're back with the Squirrel Society. Number 2. Here we go. Street fair, beginning of summer. It was the street fair, beginning of summer. Okay, maple leaves. You know the drill. Roasted mixed nuts, which they have purchased at a cost of 3 milliliters maple leaves per serving. Yada yada. Some squirrels will hire some local raccoons to raid the vegetable garden. Nothing suspicious about that. Raccoons will charge the squirrels. Da da da. Okay. We need to first just orient ourselves here. So the Squirrel Society is hosting the thing. They will sell the mixed nuts. They're going to sell mixed nuts, but they have purchased the mixed nuts at 3 milliliters, 3 maple leaves. Uh, Raccoons will charge the squirrels this for number of vegetables. Okay. So both of these are going into the cost of what we see in part A as a serving of roasted mixed nuts. One serving of roasted mixed nuts and one serving of fresh garden vegetables consists of a meal. So cost equation, 3x plus 0.25x squared minus 0.1x plus 100. So we could leave it as that because this is the roasted mixed nuts portion, and then this is the garden vegetables portion as far as the cost to the Squirrel Society. But if we want to simplify, boom, done. What's the cost from selling 100 meals? Cost of 100. Hundred times 100 is 10,000 times 0.25. 2,500 plus 2,000. It's 290. Yeah. Plus 100. So 2,500 plus 390. Maple leaves. Boom. We're gonna fly through this. Okay. From hosting previous festivals, squirrels estimate the demand according to P is the price of a meal. X is the number of meals sold. Find revenue function. Revenue is equal to price times X quantity. Cool. D. Okay. Now we have a new concept. Marginal revenue is simply equal to derivative of the revenue function. Okay. Marginal revenue is the revenue gained from selling an additional unit, selling the next unit. Okay. So we have that equal to Just taking the derivative of that. 2 times negative 1 over 40 is negative 1 over 20. $50 maple leaves per serving. Okay, so revenue, it's basically the same units as a price, right? So a price is like dollars per unit or dollars per hour or something like that. And so then again, F is just telling us to put this into context. That means the revenue gained from selling the 51st meal. Yeah, I think let's call it a meal. '51st because, well, you could define it differently, but the way that your class likes to do it is the revenue earned from the next unit. So that's why 51st. Okay, let's move on. C of x is equal to 10,000 plus 5x plus 0.01x squared. Okay. Marginal cost, same deal as marginal revenue, where it's C prime of x. Done. Marginal cost of producing 500. Okay. And it's dollars. The cost of reducing the 501st. $15. Average cost is also written as C bar of x. Okay. And we're just going to use that notation. C bar of x is our average cost. If you ever see that bar, it means an average or a mean, just so you know. And this is equal to C of x divided by x. Okay, so it's the total cost, right? Total cost divided by the number of units. That gives you the cost per unit. So we're just going to take each term from the cost function divided by x. Boom. $10,000 over 500. On average, each unit costs $30 to produce. I'm a fool. Okay. Cost of airing X television commercials during a Super Bowl game in thousands of dollars. Find the marginal cost function. Use it to estimate how fast the cost is increasing when X equals 4. Cool. So, marginal cost, derivative cost. And they say to do it, estimate how fast the cost is increasing when X equals 4. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they say compare that with and this unit is thousands per commercial. Okay. And so the actual cost of the fifth commercial in particular is going to be the cost of the fifth commercial, or cost of 5 commercials minus the cost of 4 commercials. Please cancel. Okay, so the 1.25 minus zero point 0.8 is basically going to be where the difference comes from. So this is the actual cost of the fifth commercial versus that. Okay, C bar of X, average cost, that is. All right, so that this is again just equal to C of X over X. Is that okay? Oh, okay. So this is, they ask us to explain it. The average, I mean, cost of creating for commercials. Okay. F of X equals 1 over 500. Okay, find the point of diminishing returns for the production of jackets described here. So point of diminishing returns is where is fundamentally where the second derivative is equal to 0. So graphically what that looks like is you have you have increasing returns and then you have diminishing returns. So graphically it looks like that. So that means every x that you increase, the change in y that you get as an increase goes down. Okay, so for every given unit of x, the change in y continues to diminish. Again, the point of diminishing returns is where the second derivative is equal to 0. Okay, so we're setting this equal to 0. 205 employees. That means the productivity of each employee after 205 is less than the 205th. And every the 212th is less than 211th, 213th is less than the 212th in this type of function. Explain why your answer A gives you the number of employees such that the production of jackets per employee is maximized. Well, production per employee is given by f prime of x. Okay, right? So this is total production, f of x. F prime of x is production per employee. Production per employee is given by f prime of x in order to maximize a function. We find its derivative and set equal to 0. Thus, the derivative of the first derivative equal to 0 is equal to the second derivative equal to 0. Boom. That's what I would say. Okay. Same deal. So we need r double prime, but we first need to get r prime. Boom. And it's X dollars, so $200. A. I'm rewriting this as that. Okay. This is also minus -2 times 1 over x to the third. I just simplified it. Again, this is equal to. So minus 6 x to the -4th if we put it back in that other form. Okay. Product rule. Boom. Product rule again. Boom. Could simplify if you wanted to and see e to the t outside everything. Then you have 2 plus 2t is twice. So you have 4t plus t squared plus 2. And again, you could just if you want. It's the derivative of the inside. Okay. And now we have a quotient. Done. Done. Of n equals 2n minus. Okay. N is the number of deliveries you make each month. Okay, we want profit and marginal profit. So marginal profit equals the derivative. $90. $190. It's tough. $190 of profit. $1.95. Okay. Total profit. The 101st. Okay. Marginal revenue and marginal profit. Okay. So first we need revenue. 12 maple leaves times coin. So here's a note. When you have a fixed price like that, 12 maple leaves, that is going to be equal to the marginal revenue. And we could even shortcut this. So marginal profit. Okay. So we need marginal cost. Hmm. Well, revenue of selling 300. And they want total profit. So we do have to ultimately. Okay. $36. That's silly. Sorry, folks, minus 1,000. Gotta check your math. Always. Okay, three minus signs. So 2540 minus 420. 20. Cool. All right. C, marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is still 12. Oh, nope. For one, marginal revenue is always 12. But also, the 301st salad is estimated. They like this word estimated. Cool. And they want units, dollars per salad. Okay. D, marginal cost of selling 300 salads. It's 2.4. I'm going to copy this here. Always, always is estimated to cost so marginal profit. So you can just subtract these two. Or you can go back to the earlier equation, which ultimately is the same thing, but this seems easier to me. 12 minus 2.6. So they want marginal profit equal to 0. And for this, we can use that 11.8x, I believe, plus 0.008. No, it's just 11.8 plus 0.008x, or it's minus 0.008x. Yeah, minus. Plus wouldn't make sense. So 0.008x equals, okay. I wish I could do that in my head. Could I? Maybe. Almost. Something like that. Find out. Actually, yeah, something like that. Well, that was awkward. Okay, what does this tell you? This means that, um, well, so it's marginal profit equals 0. Total profit is maximized. That, I mean, that's short and sweet to the point there. Yeah. Well, crap. That's the end of the homework, isn't it? Another way of saying this is that, uh, yeah, after this point, profits will be negative, right? Because there's this negative association with X. Well, that's homework 7. See you soon.